Welcome everybody to Live Love Artemis, our first ever podcast.
So exciting.
We are launching a new business. Actually, we've launched this week a new business, Artemis Real Estate, based here in Philadelphia. This is co-founder Raffaellina Merlino and Becky.
Hi, everyone.
Becky is an avid dressage rider. She has a beautiful horse named Cowboy, which she'll talk to you more about in later episodes. She's one of the top producing realtors here in Philadelphia. She also flips homes and has built some beautiful homes that we'll share more about, and is my new business partner. And we are so excited to share incredible information with you here on our podcast. We're going to talk a little bit about just our week and what's gone on and things of that.
Well, I have to introduce my amazing business partner and co-host along here with me. This is Raffaellina Merlino. Raffaellina is also a top producing agent here in Philadelphia and the surrounding counties. She is a new mom to beautiful baby Avia. She just gave birth last August, and she's just such a little darling. She's also a wife to her husband Anthony. They are very involved in charitable work, and they have an organization called Table Share that they're very involved in giving back to the community through feeding the homeless and hungry. They also flip houses and build new construction, and they have a business doing that. So we are so excited to talk to you all about what we do, how we build our businesses, the journey, the struggles, the successes, and that we'll go into detail about all of that down the road. But
yes.
This first episode here, we want to talk to you about how we decided to get into business together, how we came to that decision,
And the name.
and
really
it's
cool
a
story.
really cool story. So you want to start us off?
Yeah, actually, just this morning, we just had this conversation. We were like, we've done so much over a short period of time, just launching websites, and we're not alone. Actually, our Chief Operating Officer, Nino, who we will also be talking to you about and featuring her in future episodes, but we've gotten so much done.
Yeah, we have.
We've had so much productivity, and I think we can speak to this in saying, as entrepreneurs, you have all these things you want to do because you're a creator at heart, and so then you have this long to-do list and nothing gets done.
No.
And so now we've gotten all these amazing things done. So it was like April 18th. I had a really vivid dream, which I never remember my dreams, of Becky and I going into business together. This is during COVID.
Yeah.
So I was stuck home, no nanny, not stuck. I was trapped, not allowed out of the house, no nanny. My husband was actually still working, so we were home alone, still running a business with the baby, and my daughter is beautifully active. So it was insane. It was such a struggle, and I texted Becky the next day. I said, Becky, I had this crazy dream. You remember this?
Yeah, I do.
And
Like it was yesterday.
And what did you say back to me?
And prelude to that, I had just decided that I wanted to make a pivot in my business and move brokerages. So I wanted to leave the brokerage that I was at and join the number one brokerage in Philadelphia, which is KW Philly, which is where we're at now, Keller Williams Philly. And I called it Raf, and I'm like, hey, I want to come to your brokerage. And I have no idea why I didn't think of this before, because she's been one of my best friends for over 4.5 years now. And our visions and our goals and our values align so in sync with each other. So she calls me and tells me this, and the day before she calls and tells me this, that she has this vision and dream that we should work together, my boyfriend suggested, hey, why don't you and Raffaellina team up and create this, this empire together? And I just, for whatever reason, I just didn't think she would be looking for that or not wanting a business partner, or, I'm like, if Raf wanted that, maybe she would have talked to me about it prior, and she never brought it up. So I didn't even think to talk to her about it. I actually ended up telling my boyfriend, hey, she wasn't interested, even though I didn't even talk to her about it. And he's like, you're lying to me. I think Raf would be interested. Yeah. So fast forward the next day, she calls me, and I'm like, this is so weird, because Tony just suggested we do that. And then here we are. Yeah. And now we're here, and that was April 18th. So and not even 2 months. It's June 10th today, right? I think so. Yeah, June 10th.
We're getting a nod from Nino. She said yes. So COVID had hit. I started interviewing for assistants, and I was like, this is it. I'm doing it. I'm hiring an assistant. So Nino and I had met prior, and we were friends, very close friends prior to me even considering her. She happened to move from Colorado to Philly. That's a whole other story. I didn't think, to be honest with you, that I was ready to take on someone set, and I really didn't think that the same thing as Becky. Like, why would she want to work with me? She's amazing on her own, right? And I think as women, a lot of times we don't give ourselves enough credit.
Correct.
I think we don't tell ourselves that we deserve what we truly deserve. And someone like Nino has been such an asset, and having a partner like Becky has just escalated not just my career, but my clarity and vision in all aspects of life.
Oh, all aspects. And I can say the same about Raffaellina doing that for me as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I had gotten, my mentor said, no, hiring freeze. Don't hire anybody. We don't know what's going to happen with COVID. Here in Philadelphia, we were the only state considered non-essential,
Yeah,
right?
housing non-essential. So we could not work. It was illegal for us to work. It was absolutely crazy.
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was actually thoroughly insane. So had to call Nino after going through, I think, a 6-step process of interviewing her and 20 other people. Mind you, I spent hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars on different systems, and now I'm being told I can't do it. And then I have this dream, and then her and I start talking about starting this business. And Becky, why don't you share with them the mission of our business? Like, the fact that, like, I'm actually going to pull this up because it really says a lot about who we are. And so, hold on one second.
So we made sure when we brainstormed, we wanted our mission crystal clear, because we want to make sure that that's driving every decision that we make in and around our business, and that all of our goals and our long-term aspirations, they all are in line with our mission. So when we sat down and we really brainstormed and put on pen to paper what our mission is, this is what we came up with.
So it says here, Artemis Real Estate Group's mission is to create an environment that embodies positivity, empowerment, and excellence through community contribution while serving their clients with love.
Yeah, and that really is everything that we embody and everything that we stand for. So all the decisions that we make, all future hires, where we take our business to, whether when we expand eventually internationally, it's all going to be based around that mission.
Yeah, and I just want to read our core values: is living fully, serving authentically, and giving selflessly. And it's really incredible because we wanted to build a business that was rooted in our faith first and foremost, which is contribution. And for us, it was, how can we build something that is greater than ourselves, right? So that takes us into our name. So we literally, this was actually the hardest thing. Core values, mission, vision, statement.
Banged it out.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, in like 45 minutes, and we're boom, 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 done. Perfect.
Nino has we got our logos done by Kara, a dear friend.
Kara Costa, an incredible graphic designer and a dear friend of mine for over 20 years. She put together the most beautiful and fabulous logo. So that was done, and we needed a name.
And this was the hardest part. This was actually the hardest part. So another conversation, Becky and I literally just call each other, and
it's the day before Mother's Day.
Yes. And I had gotten married in Italy in 2017, and I had gotten a dress from Sarah Nori, and was working at Christian Dior at the time, and so I really loved her designs because I just felt like it was so clean and sleek. And the name of the dress was Artemis. Of course, you Google this name, and it's the goddess of the hunt in Greek mythology, and she helped young women with fertility, and not just children, but like birthing new things, new ideas, empowerment. I guess you could say, the common day sort of feminist, the empowered woman, the
true badass.
Yes, yeah, okay. Exactly right.
Yeah.
And so I called Becky. I'm like, you're gonna think this is silly, and I don't know you're gonna like it, but I thought this was really cool. And it was just silent on the other end. And then she goes, Raph, I think I'm gonna cry. And this is what she tells me.
So the way I'm connected to Artemis is the year prior on Mother's Day, I had just finished flipping a house, and I made an incredible profit. I made over $117,000 in net profit on this flip, and we're going to go into detail on how to do that and how to step by step on how everyone can make that kind of money on a flip, but that's for a later episode. So I make this money, and my mom has been through a lot. She lost her husband 4 years ago, and she's a widow, and she's gone through some tough times, and she's just one of my best friends. She's my best friend, and Mother's Day was here, and I wanted to take her out for a really fabulous meal. So we go to this wonderful restaurant up in Bucks County on the river called the Golden Pheasant Inn, and we sit down. I'm with my sister, and I'm like, Mom, I want you to buy the bottle of wine that you want. I'm like, don't worry about the price tag, and I want you to buy whatever bottle of wine that you want. So she's looking at, of course, she doesn't want to tell me which one she wants because she's like afraid of the price. And she ends up picking out a bottle of Stag's Leap Artemis. It's Cabernet Sauvignon, and I've never heard of this bottle of wine called Artemis, and we ordered, and we have it, and it's fabulous, and we have the most amazing meal, and we're sitting in front of the fireplace, and it was just a lovely memory that I'll always cherish of my mom and my sister on Mother's Day. And after the dinner, I just became enthralled with this name. I love this name. I thought it was so beautiful. So I did the same thing Raph did. I Googled it. So I Googled the name, and Artemis is the Greek goddess of the hunt. She's the twin sister of Apollo. She was a sworn maiden and just a total boss babe, and helped hunt and gather for everyone in her village, and just empowered others, empowered women, and was just this awesome icon in Greek mythology. And I just love this name, so I actually made a note in my phone, and I have names that I save for I'm a horse lover, I'm an animal lover. If I was ever going to have a new horse or a dog or a cat that was a female, I'm like Artemis. I put it in there, and then a few months later, I end up doing this program 75 Hard, which Andy Frisella started, and which is 75 days of no alcohol, 2 workouts a day, drinking a gallon of water, following a strict diet, taking a progress pic, reading 10 pages a day. So that's a whole nother thing. We'll talk about that. But I finished this program of 75 days of intense mental discipline. And it happened to be on my birthday, the last day. So I bought my bottle of wine to celebrate, a bottle of Artemis. And I had this, just celebrated this awesome success. And I enjoyed this great bottle of wine. And so fast forward, Raph calls me and tells me this, and I'm like,
we had never had this conversation.
Never
I just
talked
want
about
to
it.
put that out there.
Yeah.
It's not like we had the conversation. So we come up with this name, and it's taken upon its own.
Yes.
I mean, Artemis, we laugh and we say that Artemis is actually the one that's hired all of us.
Yeah.
We work for Artemis. And, this journey the past few weeks, not even a few months, past few weeks of just launching this has been sort of divinity. Things are just, there's this incredible flow, and something I've personally have not experienced either in my business.
Yeah, it's this incredible synergy where everything is just coming so easy and naturally. It is like it's meant to be, and God put us all in the right place in the right time, and we're ready to inspire others, take on the world, and we have big dreams of going international and expanding into other industries, and just creating a brand that embodies what our mission statement holds. So
absolutely, we're going to be sharing so much more. We're launching our YouTube channel, Live Love Artemis, and our YouTube channel is going to feature a lot of educational videos. So if you are a real estate investor, a realtor, just wanting to know about owning real estate, home buyer, home seller, renter, there's going to be contractors, people that are in the real estate industry, whether they're builders or everything real estate related, or even if you aren't in real estate in any capacity, but you just want to learn and tune in and just get some fun, uplifting, educational content, it's going to be the channel for you. And entrepreneurship, anything that, the struggles of entrepreneurship. So things, being a mom in the industry, owning a horse and trying to manage that while you're running a business. So we're going to share a lot of, real life, experiences. Becky just went to an incredible workshop that she'll be talking about in our next podcast with Emily Frisella, which is, so stay tuned for that episode. And thank you so much for joining today. We have so much more coming, and we can't wait to share our success with you just along this incredible journey.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, and comment below if you found this video to be helpful, educational, anything else you want to see. Feel free to reach out to us, and we'll put all of our contact info in the links on this podcast. And thanks, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.